Hey, what's up guys? It's Bye here. Today, I will show you guys how to fill your hospital effectively. So, you might be wondering, why the heck do you want us to fill our hospital? Well, if you are in one of the Imperium kingdoms, once in a while, you will be given a very dreadful task. That is, filling your own hospital so that your kingdom can drop out of Imperium. Nobody want to do it, honestly, right? But it's part of being an Imperium kingdom, okay? So here are some tips for you guys on how you can fill your hospital effectively and at the same time helping your kingdom dropping out of Imperium kingdom so that you can accept more migrants coming in. Uh, so number one, a lot of time you will know way in advance that you will need to fill your hospital. Most likely it's gonna be right at the end of the KvK or right after your last Arc of Osiris match before your KvK ends. For example, right here, we get like a mail in Kingdom chat that telling that people had to fill hospital a few days ago, right? And before this mail, we also know that a whole bunch of people. We will like if you in like an active alliance, you kind of get an idea already that you gonna have to fill your hospital here. So this one is the mail before the last arc here, right? For Kingdom 1860, that we need people to dropping power, fill hospital, so that we can jump out of Imperium, right? So we got some people who already done it, right? Some people done it already, and some people haven't done it, and it works, right? It works, right? 1860 is not Imperium Kingdom anymore, okay? So that is just wanna get like an overview right there. So like one thing is that you can do is that you can do it right away, or you can wait until the end of the KvK and you just fill it in one go, right? You just letting the troop outside and letting other people killing off your marches. But for me, I am doing thing a lot differently. I take a lot of thing in consideration. So, number one for me to do is that I just when I know that I have to fill my hospital, I just use my marches to kill barbarians, but I don't heal my troop. Okay. So like every time you kill a barbarian here, right, you gotta fill your hospital with like maybe 200-300 severe wounded units. So I've been killing barbarian for a few days already. And as you can see right here, right, my hospital right now is at 38,000 T5 only, okay? So I am using T5 units only as well here to kill barbarian here, okay? So like only using T5 here. Usually when I kill barbarian, I use T4 only so that I can save resources for healing. But because we need to fill the hospital with all T5, so that is why I am using T5 for killing barbarian here, okay? So like in a couple of days, I was able to fill my hospital up to 38,000 here, right? So our KvK ending in let's say our KvK ending in another 2 days, and we have another 3 days in Lost Kingdom map as well. So I have 5 more days to killing barbarians, doing fort, so that I can just like filling up my hospital slowly, okay? So key number one I would recommend you guys is like up to you guys, okay? You can try to fill your hospital slowly, okay? So the issue with filling your hospital slowly is that sometimes you might accidentally healing your troop inside the hospital. So my quick tip for you guys is that um so like you might be, oh, I just like you got the habit, right? You got go here and you go click heal all here, right? So what you want to do to prevent it from happening is that uh you want to try to heal one single unit only. So for me, I'm healing one archer only here, okay? So heal one archer here, right? So I heal one archer here, and I don't collect now, okay? So like if I accidentally collect the archer, oh like oh shit, I fucked up. So I'm gonna heal another one unit here, right? Like sometimes when you click and you like, oh, you know you fucked up, but it's too late, right? So here when you have a one unit healing right here, when you click connecting the troop, you're like, oh, I messed up. So right after that, you gotta go back and you gotta heal another one single unit, so it can preventing you from keep healing your unit here, okay? And that's what I do. I heal one unit here and I keep it there. I'm not collecting it. And the moment I collect that unit, I know, oh shit, I fucked up. And I just go back and heal another unit right there. So for me, I'm just gonna continue using action point here to kill barbarian for the next few days, or just doing barbarian fort as well, right? So some other way for you to fill your hospital, okay? So that is number one things to do. Uh, Second tip for you guys to do is that I've seen a lot of people, right, when they try to fill the hospital, they don't think, okay? They just fill any type of units. For me, when you want to fill your hospital, right, you want to fill it smart in a way so that you can save the resources you use the most. So for example, for me, right, I have a lot of stone because I run infantry mostly, and I don't use stone a lot, so I always have a surplus of stone resources in my bags and in my account, right? So what you want to do, especially for me, right? When I try to fill my hospital, right? I want to fill my hospital with mostly archer or cavalry, okay? So like, why healing archer? Oh shoot. Why I want to heal my why I want to fill my hospital with only archer or cavalry? Because if I fill my hospital with archer and cavalry, when I do my healing, I can use my stone, okay? So like for me, if I am like an infantry player, if I'm an infantry player and I'm gonna fill my hospital with like OT5 infantry, then I'm gonna be using all of the resources I could be using them for fighting, and I'm gonna leave my stone behind still, right? So when you fill your hospital, make sure that you gotta use a unit that you don't use for fighting most of the time, right? So for me, either cavalry or archer are the ones that I'll be using for filling my hospital, okay? So that I can use up all of the stone here, right? So everything count, every little thing count here, especially when you have to fill your hospital at like 720,000, okay? So we are looking at filling at like 720,000 T5 unit here, right? Imagine you can save half of the resources for using stone, right? It's go along the way, okay? So that is something for you to consider when you have to fill your hospital there, right? So that is second thing. The last thing is that, right, because you got be filling up your hospital, right? So you got be at 720,000 unit in the hospital, and the moment you go back to your home Kingsland, the hospital is gonna be completely full, right? So that anytime you're doing some kind of like killing barbarians, doing fort, your troop gonna die, okay? So what I recommend you to do is that you gotta save some siege, right? So depend on like if your kingdom going to require you to delete your siege or not, right? I think 1860 requires us to delete all of the T5 siege here, and they allow us to keep some T4 siege for farming. But a thing might have changed; they might want us to delete all of the T4 siege as well. But always try to keep some of the sieges left, right? Save them for last, and you can use those siege to kill barbarian, right? You can kill siege with barbarian, or you can run some fort with siege as well, and you can delete those siege when it's really needed. Let's say your kingdoms went up to Imperium and you cannot accept any more players, and hey, okay, maybe okay, let's delete some of the T2 siege here. But usually they let us keeping the T2 siege so that we can farm, okay? They just want us to delete like T5 sieges and most probably most of the T4 sieges. But other than that, right, keep some siege here. When your hospital is full, right, use those sieges to kill barbarian. You got be able to kill those level 25 barbarian just fine in your home kingdom using siege. Trust me, even with T2 or T3. Okay, so those are some of the tips that I want to give you guys today on how you can fill your hospital effectively, right? So those are some of the things that I do, right? Let me know in the comment section if you also like have to fill the hospital for your kingdom, and if there are some other things you want to share with us as well, right? Maybe we can learn from each other here, right? Thanks for watching the video, guys.